Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final week, the final race of this season of the Clio Cup SoF League, and we are already racing. Welcome to Spa, week 12, top split, 19 drivers. We had 3 splits this week, 2 splits will be broadcasted, and we already have an incident in the back. That was a green car. I believe that was Hugo Camilleri. Someone is blinking. Oh, that doesn't look too well. Yeah, that's number 13. That's Hugo Camilleri. Missing his front bumper. Up to a Rouge Radiant for the first time. Eduardo gets pushed wide. Probably gets a slowdown as a result. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final race of this season, the 7th season of the Clio Cup SoF League, and we have a championship battle. More on it probably during lap 2 or so. Let's see if everyone survives the first lap here in Spa-Francorchamps. We can expect 6 laps in this race, side-by-side action. Tovi and Raul Hernando. Tovi's card looks different in the overlay. Interesting. A few cars, in fact. They didn't load in properly. That sucks. But well, apart from that, so far so good. One incident in the back. Oh, no. Incident number 2 coming with the same car. And Jonas is not happy, understandable. Oh, he is not happy. Understandable from what we have seen. Eduardo is also dropping number 16 in the pits. That's Tomasz Reisic. And yeah. Muhammad El Hariri is leading the race. Dylan Da Costa, one of the championship contestants, and Roman Perschke in P3. Then David Ward, Gilberto Struck, Kevin Anfield, Matthias Klein, Fred Wynn, Josip Barilla, and Clement Godet finishing up the top 10, but he is under heavy pressure from Björn Adebar. They go side by side into Blanchimont, and someone is flying! Eduardo Gonzaga in Blanchimont. That was a nasty impact. And David Ward goes wide. What is going on here? Also Björn goes wide. And touches Raul Hernando. Oh my goodness gracious. What a first lap. What a first lap, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not even in the gentleman's split.
Catch that? What did you say? No, a truck behind me. Ahead, sorry, ahead.
Okay, I was listening into the conversation there. Josip and David Ward side by side into Rouge Radiant. And they touch, and Josip also touches the barrier. Woo! Intense race. We have 3 cars in the pits. One is already out. And Roman lost P3 to Gilberto in all of that. We haven't seen it though, sadly. Okay, now let's focus in on the championship battle. I mentioned it in the last few weeks. And the title is still not decided. Roman Perschke is leading the championship, as you can see in the link in the description as always. Probably now it's the updated final result, of course, so take a look. And come on guys, another one. David Ward and Clement Godet.
Oh, I'm really sorry for that.
I'm sorry about that. Clement says it was his fault.
Still good, still going, didn't hit a wall.
David Ward accepts it. Let's call it that. Still good, didn't touch the wall. Perschke fighting against Gilberto. Okay, I will try to talk about the championship battle and then focus on the race entirely. Perschke is leading, but Dylan Da Costa is not affected by a drop round. In other words, Dylan da Costa is in the driver's seat and has an advantage. If Roman is not able to increase his point total, which he needs at least a 4th place, then all Dylan needs is a P6. And right now, I think they're pretty close in the live championship table. But Roman, P3 would be a bit better if he gets past Gilberto. Bus stop action. Roman needs 2 things. First, he needs to get past Gilberto. That's a gimme. Second, he needs Muhammad to be able to hold off Dylan da Costa. Then it gets real spicy in terms of championship standings. Then it gets real spicy. But as long as we're not done, it's unnecessary to go into live championship standings all the time. Dylan da Costa, Muhammad El Hariri, one of the drivers that has appeared lately, and he is quick. He is super quick. Muhammad has won multiple races this season. I believe 3 out of his 4 races he drove, or something like that. Da Costa, little bit of drafting down all the way to Camel Straight. Meanwhile, John Cook and Blake Tovey. Yeah, many cars have the wrong livery in the overlay. I'm sorry for that. Cannot change anything about it. Gilberto, also one of the drivers with the wrong standard iRacing car there. But this is a minor detail. Side by side, Roman, he needs to get past. He wants to get past. But does he get past? Side by side through No Name Corner down to Pouin. Will he? Won't he? He needs it. He needs it. It goes side by side through Pouin. Look at this. This is fabulous. This is fabulous racing, and he defends hard, Roman Perschke. He knows what's on the line. Great battle, great driving from both drivers. Super. And Kevin Anfield, he is sniffing the rear of Gilberto now. He is in P5. He still has a chance to get P3 overall in the championship because Stephen Hurd is not here. Quite a few guys, familiar names, are not here. But we had an almost record-setting participation in this SoF race. The 2nd highest of the season, and I believe the 3rd highest in the history. So Spa delivered, even though some of the familiar names are not there. Like a Stephen Hurd, like a Clayton McBullough, like this is championship deciding, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Perschke with a mistake, dropping from 3 to 5, and now it is real difficult. Jonas Gent goes a bit wide, but this could have been. This is big. This is big. Roman now in P5, and if it ends, little touch there. Dylan says sorry.
No problem, I have no damage.
No problem,
Okay,
I have
sorry.
no damage.
Sorry, I break too late.
If it stays like this, we don't have to talk about it. Dylan da Costa would be a 3rd time that he would win the championship. A record-setting 3 titles. For Roman, it would be the 2nd title, but...
Dylan, I need this slipstream right now.
Dylan, I need a bit of slipstream right now.
Ah,
Lovely. But it's a great battle there as well. Gilberto and Kevin Anfield. And Gilberto holds him off. Brazil versus Australia. Australia, there you have Björn Adebar against Jonas de Gent. Germany against Belgium. This is for P11, and back to the lead. I like it that we see so much of the leading battles this time. This is great. This is great. I mean, the start was a bit messy, that's for sure. But now it's a great fight here for the final race of the season, of a highly successful Clio SoF season, I might add. Kevin. Left, right, maybe. To the left, to the outside. No, just showing Gilberto, I am here, and whatever you do, the tiniest mistake, I take it. Let's take a look at the table on the left. What else is close? Björn.
Gilberto, you don't need to say.
I wasn't able to hear that. I'm sorry. Björn defending, fighting
Sorry?
against. Jonas made a bit of a
Don't need to
mistake.
say anything, I'm just gonna stay behind you for a bit. Defense.
Okay. Chatty race. Chatty race. Jungkook also real close behind Blake Tovey. This would be for P9. We don't see it because Dylan Da Costa is about to make a move maybe. Now we see it. Llama versus Llama. As we all can see by their livery. Jungkook in P10. 3.5 minutes, so 2 more laps here in Spa-Francorchamps. And Dylan Da Costa, will he or won't he? We also have a battle of cars that got quite a bit of action in this race. Both, I believe, were in the pits. Josip and Hugo Camilleri. And Dylan Da Costa now super close to the outside, down the camel straight, the long camel straight. Not even a tenth of a second between them. He is right at his passenger door. And he stays behind for the moment. But Dylan Da Costa, he wants to win. And maybe he will get his chance. The race isn't over. To the outside again. Hard to overtake. Brakes the tiniest bit later. Side by side. We have great racing here, ladies and gentlemen. First lap was a bit messy. That for sure. But now we have amazing racing. And this led to the top 4 getting together. Roman 2.2 seconds behind. As long as Dylan doesn't spin, crash, get disqualified, loses connection, whatever, the championship is in the hands of Dylan Da Costa, ladies and gentlemen. David Ward in P14. He had an incident with Clement, we remember that, we've seen it. John Cook, Blake Tovey still fighting for P9. Less than 2 minutes. Ward outside against Joseph Pratt. New name, for never seen him before. Excuse me. Eventful race to commentate, ladies and gentlemen. And many good battles here, and still Dylan Da Costa. Blanchimont number 2 down to the bus stop for the second to last time, the penultimate time in this race and this season. We are swapping back to David Ward, okay. Also a close battle, sadly just for P13, while we have a great battle for the lead. 4 cars within a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is great racing. David Ward on the inside. And he gets it done, it seems. I heard a bit of a touching there. But he gets it done. And now the final lap. Muhammad El Hariri, Dylan Da Costa, Gilberto Struck, Kevin Enfield, and then Roman Perishke and Matthias Klein. And Josep Barella. Maybe. Oh, Hugo goes super wide there. But now, thank you. Thank you for switching back to lead. This could be race deciding. We are in the final lap. Dylan da Costa, he's now even closer than before. They are dead even. Now he's little bit in front. Who breaks later? It seems to be da Costa. But he now El Hariri has the inside. Who wants it more? Da Costa is through, ladies and gentlemen. He takes the lead in the final lap. Amazing. I'm almost losing my mind here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And this would be the best way to secure a championship, to win the race itself. Like, I needed just P5. I did more. I believe even P6 would have been enough. Oh, and Kevin goes a bit wide. Man, these four deliver us a great race. Roman Perishke, his mistake that dropped him down to P5 would have been real interesting if he could have done something while Dylan and Muhammad have battled for the lead. Because remember, he was in P3, he was close, so maybe, just maybe, that lockup down to the bus stop was the championship decider in the end. Whew! Still Tovey and Cook fighting for P9. John wants to get past. Blake Tovey defends nicely. Just please no heroics into the bus stop, please. That would be rather nice. Here we have Dylan da Costa. One last attempt by Muhammad. No, now he has to defend against Gilberto. And ladies and gentlemen, the Clio Cup SoF Season 7 Championship is Dylan da Costa. Congratulations. Well earned. Roman Perishke, second in the championship. He finishes in P5. Blake Tovey defends against John Cook.
GG's guys, GG's. What a race. Nice race to finish the season. And congrats to Mohammed. As always, a good race.
Okay. Just waited to see if there comes more responses from the drivers, and they are still fighting down to the finish line. And who got it? I don't know. Was it Josip?
Roman! Stay here.
I believe it was Josip who got it just done. Must have been super, super close. But here they are. Here they are for the final time this season. Dylan da Costa, a 3-time Clio Cup SoF champion. Congratulations. And here is Tomasz. Yeah, rough race for him. Rough race. We won't get the results because Eduardo is technically in the pits. Okay, we won't get the standings presented by the TV overlay. But yes, usually I cut sooner to the standings and all that, but as it is the final race of the season, as it decided the championship, as they are driving together back to the pits, let's celebrate a great season for the SoF League. Highest overall participation in the league races itself. Remember, these are official iRacing races, not hosted sessions, not league sessions. Everyone can join and participate. The Clio Cup community Discord server is an amazing place to get all the info you need. It is in the description, as always. I'm losing my voice. Great.
GG. Let's go.
But this is a great picture. I really like it.
Where is the pit in the entrance?
These are good pictures, I believe, to show how great the community truly are. The sportsmanship is incredible. And yeah, we let them drive back to the pits and then we will take a look at the championship standings. And of course the replay highlights. Let's give them their moment. They all earned it, all such great fast drivers. They all delivered a great race who we see here. Dylan, Gilberto, Kevin, Roman, and all the others. Muhammad, who is already in the pits. And here they come. Back home. And now let's cut to the championship standings. And now we are at the standings. And like I said, Dylan da Costa is now a 3-time Clio Cup SoF champion. 4 wins, 3 second places, and a 4th place. Net him 352 points. Well deserved. Roman Perishke in second with 327. Also 3 wins. Nicely done. Kevin Anfield gets Stephen Hurd at the end, who did not participate, but who had a real strong first half season. If you take a look from Alton Park to Oschersleben, it was real good. And yeah, but Kevin Anfield, consistency is key. 4 times he was in P5, 2 times in P4, 2 second places. This is real good stuff. John Cook defends his 5th place against Muhammad and Björn, barely. But keep in mind, Muhammad only drove the second half of the season. Will we get a championship battle for the ages next season between Dylan, Roman, Muhammad, and maybe who knows who also will appear that is lightning quick? Then Björn in 7, Gilberto, strong finish to the season, another podium, 3rd podium this season, congratulations to him. And this is the reason why he gets in front of Josip, who has the same amount of points, but Gilberto has a 2nd place, Josip only has 2 third places. Like, if this is not enough, it's great results overall. I mean, he had a bit of 2 rough races there at the end of the season in Brands Hatch and Spa, but look out for him. And David Ward, he is finishing out the top 10 with 155 points, with this highlight being the 2nd place in Oschersleben. Yeah, as always, we probably have a little bit of spoiler for the Split 2 race, which will be uploaded tomorrow. But if we take just a few more looks and talk about numbers, you never needed more points than ever to get in the top 20. 90 points is a new record. Same for top 30. You never needed so many points in the past. Same for P40 and even P50. All those are record-setting numbers, which means 2 things. Competition is bigger than ever in number of drivers that appear regularly. Good sign. And the competition is getting better. Also a great sign. And now let's take a look at the unofficial Split 1 championship standings. Those probably are not the most interesting for Split 1, at least because they are pretty similar to the table we just saw. The official championship standings. But as this uses a different point system, that because they are unofficial, I made those. But we see one big difference, and that is John Cook. In the official championship standings, he is in P5. In this one, he is only in P7, but you can see super tight there as well. But the wins for Muhammad are have a bigger impact there, and Björn also great stuff there as well. Overall, I finished in 27th. Yay, whenever I drove in Split 1, that was 3 times this season. And overall, we had 64 drivers participating in at least one top split SoF race. And since this is the end of the season, I have one little extra thing to present based on the official championship standings, and that is the nation stats I created based on the nationalities given in iRacing. So I take those as the baseline. But if a driver tells me, hey, I know it says Ireland, for example, but I drive for Brazil, or I am Brazilian, hey, can you change that? No problem. And yeah, so little bit of grain of salt. There's certain drivers where I have the feeling that they probably would drive under a different nation if it was up to them. We are getting this in iRacing. The question is when. But let's take a quick look at these stats. The United Kingdom has the most drivers with 17. Also the most drivers in the top 10 with 3. France got the highest position because Dylan won the championship. Most wins as well. And yeah, the UK has the most points totally in the top 50. We only talk about top 50 in this, nothing else. Points per drivers, the Kevin Enfield Memorial Award, but Muhammad, he might take that from Australia next season, and the points for the combined points for the best 2 drivers, this also goes to the United Kingdom. But you can see pretty close between the UK, Austria, and France. Real close. Interesting. And yeah, enough of numbers, enough of stats, enough of talking. To finish the race, to finish the video, to finish the season, let's take a look at some of the highlights of this race.